The most likely reason most of our loved ones will die is heart disease.
Here are the 15 leading reasons Americans die, and a plant-based diet can help prevent nearly all of them, can help treat more than half of them, in some cases even reverse the progression of disease.
We've known about this for decades. American Heart Journal, 1977, cases like Mr. FW here, heart disease so bad couldn't even make it to the mailbox, but started eating healthier, and a few months later he was climbing mountains, no pain.
A little bit about the vegan diet. Talk about the benefits. Are there some downsides to that? A lot of people think it's too restrictive, and compare that with like just a vegetarian diet. What are your thoughts on those?
Sure. So the only diet ever proven to reverse heart disease, our #1 killer, in the majority of patients is a rather strict plant-based diet, what would be called a vegan diet. And so, I mean, if that's all a vegan diet could do, reverse our #1 killer, open up arteries without drugs, without surgery, right? Then, I mean, shouldn't that be kind of the default diet until proven otherwise? Atherosclerosis, hardening of the arteries, begins in childhood. By age 10, the arteries of nearly all kids raised on the standard American diet already have fatty streaks, the first stage of the disease. Then, the plaques start forming in our 20s, get worse in our 30s, and then can start killing us off. In our heart, it's called a heart attack. In our brain, it can manifest as a stroke. So if there's anyone watching this older than age 10, then the choice isn't whether or not to eat healthy to prevent heart disease, it's whether or not you want to reverse the heart disease you likely already have. Is that even possible? When researchers took people with heart disease and put them on the kind of plant-based diet followed by populations that did not get epidemic heart disease, their hope was that it might slow the disease process down, maybe even stop it. But instead, something miraculous happened. The disease started to reverse, to get better. As soon as patients stopped eating artery-clogging diets, their bodies were able to start dissolving some of the plaque away, opening up arteries without drugs, without surgery, suggesting their bodies wanted to heal all along, but were just never given the chance. That improvement in blood flow to the heart muscle itself on the left was after just 3 weeks eating healthy. Let me share with you what's been called the best-kept secret in medicine. The best-kept secret in medicine is that sometimes, given the right conditions, the body can heal itself. You know, if you whack your shin really hard on a coffee table, you can get all red, hot, painful, swollen, inflamed, but will heal naturally if you just stand back and let your body work its magic. But what if you kept whacking your shin in the same place day after day? In fact, 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It'd never heal. You'd go to your doctor and be like, oh, my shin hurts. The doctor would be like, no problem. Whip out their pad, write your prescription for painkillers. You're still whacking your shin 3 times a day. Oh, it still really hurts like heck, but oh, it feels so much better with those pain pills on board. Thank heavens for modern medicine. It's like when people take nitroglycerin for crushing chest pain. Tremendous relief, but you're not doing anything to treat the underlying cause. Our body wants to come back to health if we let it, but if we keep re-damaging ourselves 3 times a day, we may never heal. One of the most amazing things I learned in all my medical training was that within about 15 years of stopping smoking, your lung cancer risk approaches that of a lifelong non-smoker. Isn't that amazing? Like your lungs can clear out all that tar, and eventually it's almost as if you never started smoking at all. And every morning of our smoking life,
that healing process started to wham, our first cigarette of the day, re-injuring our lungs with every puff, just like we can re-injure our arteries with every bite, when all we had to do all along, the miracle cure, is just stand back, get out of the way, stop re-damaging ourselves, and let our body's natural healing processes bring us back towards health.
So every year I review the world literature on nutrition, so I compile it, all the most kind of groundbreaking, interesting, practical advice into kind of a quiz show format, which I enjoy giving every year here at the McDougall Advanced Study Weekends. Because if you think about, the leading killers here in the United States, not only can they be prevented and stopped in their tracks, but even reversed with a healthy plant-based diet.
Such as?
Heart disease. Heart disease, our number one killer, both men and women every single year for the last 94 years. All right? Back in 1990, Dr. Dean Ornish proved that you could prevent, stop, and reverse heart disease, yet since then millions of people have died, unnecessary deaths. We have the miracle cure, we've had it for decades, to our number one killer, and yet how many people have heard about it?